Hey up internet, and welcome back to On the Sofa Live. If you're new, do subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. This next story is from The Guardian. Revealed, Farage's £5 million gift came after saying he needed £1 million a year to stand as MP. Politicians spoke to senior figures in reform in March 2024 about covering lost earnings, sources tell The Guardian. And there's a photo of Nigel Farage there with Christopher Harborne, taken in 2020.
And he's scratching his head because he's like, how much do you want? How much? Do you know how much money that is?
Yeah.
I'd be scratching my head too.
Yeah. Nigel Farage told senior figures in Reform UK he would need £1 million a year to cover lost earnings if he stood for Parliament in the 2024 general election, sources have told The Guardian, raising further questions about why he was given £5 million by a crypto billionaire. Sources say the discussion took place in March 2024, shortly before the undeclared gift was made by Christopher Harborne on the 5th of April, according to the Thailand-based crypto billionaire's lawyers. At that time, Farage believed he would be forced to give up his lucrative GB News presenting role, which then paid him more than £1 million a year.
Wow.
According to one of the sources, Farage said he could not put himself through the ringer of standing and end up skint. He also said he was being properly paid for the first time in years. For goodness sake, he was not going to end up skint. Bitch, you've got 12 other jobs. You're a multi-millionaire. There's no way you're going to end up skint. What are you talking about?
Okay. I will say, though, for $1.5 million a year, I'll go on GB News. I'll let Michelle Dewberry just scream at me. I'll let her just scream at me. For that much money, are you kidding me?
Yes. Yeah.
I would drive my Ferrari every day to work.
Oh, God.
Again, he doesn't live in reality. There is someone right now at the gas pump, like I don't know if I can fill up my car because I have to eat later.
Yeah.
There are people making life decisions right now over a pittance compared to what he makes.
Yeah, this is it. Exactly. Farage has given a series of reasons defending his acceptance of the £5 million, which was first revealed by The Guardian, including that it was for his security and a reward for Brexit. He has also said it was nobody's business what he did with the money, and he could spend it on Ferraris if he wanted. He has consistently denied that he did anything wrong by not declaring the gift, saying it was entirely personal in nature, and repeated that he was not in politics at the time. The parliamentary watchdog has paused its investigation into whether the £5 million ought to have been declared during Farage's by-election campaign in his seat of Clacton. This will be resumed once the by-election is concluded, meaning he will still face its conclusions at the autumn whether or not he returns as an MP. Farage's explanation has been undermined by details that have emerged about the conversations sources say he was having in the run-up to the election and his own official roles. The thing is, even if it's true that he wasn't in politics at the time that he received this gift, as soon as he decided to re-enter politics, that was when he should have declared the gift. But he didn't.
There is Again, I saw this thing that when you come into Parliament, they have a whole class that tells you this. So he knows that everything he's doing is illegal. They tell you the ethics of what you can and cannot accept, the cap, the amount. So he knows he's well beyond what you can take as a gift.
Yeah. Yeah. And, as we were saying earlier, this investigation by the committee has only been put on hold. He's only managed to delay it. He's not going to go anywhere, and he's going to have to face the consequences whether he wins this by-election or not. It's stupid what he's done. It's just a stunt that's blown up in his face.
And I'm not kidding you. He is holding your country hostage because he doesn't want to be held accountable.
Yeah.
It's so funny how everyone says, oh, you need to man up or do this or that. And it's these people who are saying, oh, I take responsibility for all my actions, and they do everything but. They do everything but take responsibility for their action.
Yeah, exactly. He's a narcissist. He has to make everything about himself.
Oh my gosh, that whole thing about Ann Whitcomb, I watched the footage. There were a few reporters that he said out loud, if you need me to do this again, I will.
Yeah.
So it was all staged.
Yeah, we're going to get into that later.
Good old Nige.
Yeah. The article goes on. At the time, Farage was Reform UK's honorary president and majority shareholder. He was actively campaigning for the party and attending events in its name. The Guardian has now been told by 3 sources that in March 2024, he told senior Reform insiders that if he were to resume leadership of the party and run to be an MP, he would need to be compensated for the financial harm of giving up his city career to spend 20 years campaigning and standing for election again. Insiders and donors were insistent that Farage needed to return to take Reform into not only a 2024 general election, but a 2029 one too. He argued that would cost him £5 million, the sources said. No mention was made of security costs in the discussions about needing to replace lost earnings, sources said. According to the Register of Members' Financial Interests, he received about £98,000 a month from his role at GB News in 2024. He has argued that this included VAT payments to his media company, Thorn in the Side. In a speech last week, he said that before he became an MP, he had built a successful broadcasting career as an influencer with over 7 million followers on social media. The office of Nigel Farage did not deny that he made the remarks. Instead, it responded to a request for comment with this statement. Mr. Farage says he does not feel any answer he gives to you will be reflected accurately.
He's mad because he's being held accountable, even by people on GB News.
Yeah.
He's just mad because they're not doing what he wants them to do.
Yes. And and I think he's become spoiled. All this time, he hasn't received any scrutiny whatsoever. But now, for the first time ever, he's getting scrutiny, and he's not used to it.
You can always tell when someone hasn't been told no in a very long time.
Yeah.
And Nigel Farage is one of those people.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Imagine saying, "Oh, I want the people to judge me." He doesn't even show up to vote.
Yeah.
He's not in the chamber most of the time. Every time recently they've talked about him, he has not been there.
Yeah. exactly.
He's like non-existent in his job. So even if it wasn't a joke, I would still vote for Ben Face because at least he'll show up. I guarantee you Ben will be there for every vote.
Yeah. And when he was the member of European Parliament, he hardly ever turned up for work. He's just a work-shy grifter.
And he terrorized the European Parliament.
Yes.
Because they would be like, how do you feel about rhubarb, English delegation? And then he would stand up and be like, leave means leave.
Yeah.
They were a mess. They were a mess. Those, if you're bored, go back and watch those old highlights. They're just hecklers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Farage is in trouble. This investigation is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. It just gets worse and worse. And I think we've just seen the tip of the iceberg here. I've got a feeling more revelations are going to come out. But so watch this space for more revelations. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And please do me a favor and like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And do leave a comment because that would really help me out with the algorithm. Okay, bye for now.